What's up, fishy people? Welcome to Tim's School of Fishing. Class is in session. Today I want to look at my top 10 all-time best budget knives for EDC. I've narrowed that down to the 10 best. Tell you what, this is much harder than you think to narrow it down to 10. You could probably do 50. So there's going to be quite a few that are left off that are absolutely phenomenal budget knives, like the Ontario Rat 1, the Ontario Rat 2, and many, many others. I'll tell you what, once you get around 6 or 7 or even 8, this could go any way. You could shuffle it in any order and still be right. These are all phenomenal knives. All of them are no more than 50 bucks. There might be a couple of them that are about $70. So let's get this camera turned around and take a look. All right, coming in at number 10, I've got the Sendcut Socks. This one is less than $50. It is flipper tab, button lock. It's got an outstanding drop point blade on there. Fantastic ergos jimping on the back of the blade. You can flipper tab open this. It's got thumb studs. You can open it with the button lock. All right, Sendcut Socks. Sencut is part of the WE and Savivi knife family. This is their budget line of knives. They've been putting out a ton of great stuff. Number 10 was either going to be between this or the Slashkin. All right, but this one's a button lock and it's got 3 methods of deployment. So with number 10, I went with the Sendcut Socks. Coming in at number 9, everybody knows this knife. If you don't have one, why don't you have one? It's the QSP Penguin. They've got this in a ton of different upgrades that you can get. Fantastic knife. It's got a great sheep's foot blade shape, nice neutral handle, which I like. My hands are slightly bigger than average hands, not much bigger, and I can get a full 4-finger grip on that, and it just feels fantastic. The action on this knife right out of the box is phenomenal, and the acoustics are great. Awesome little knife. I love this. Coming in at number 8, I've got the Savivi Cubit. Savivi Cubit. It's got aluminum scales. It is a button lock, thumb stud opener. It's got this little bottle opener, which I haven't tried. Also, phenomenal knife. Again, it's got that nice neutral handle shape that I like. My hands are slightly bigger than average. Actually, they're about a 1/2 inch wider than average, not much longer. But I can get a full 4-finger grip on that thing. Great drop point blade. It's easy for utility cuts. Nice jimping on the back of the blade. You could easily rank the Savivi Cubit much higher if you wanted to. I've got it at number 8 on my list. All right, coming in at number 7 is the Vastied Raccoon. And this one is with the Axis style crossbar lock, thumb stud deployment. And I tell you what, straight out of the box, that Axis lock was tuned to absolute perfection. So coming in at number 7 for me is the Vastied Raccoon. Number 6 is the first CJRB on the list, and it is the CJRB Riff. It's a button lock, flipper tab. It's also got this nice fuller on here, so you can easily reverse flick it. You can thumb flick it, use the flipper tab, or open it with the button lock. This one's in green micarta. It's a little bit of a big boy. You can see on my hand it extends a little bit past. It's got a nice pokey clip point style blade there. You could easily rank this one much higher. But I tell you what, guys, we live in the golden age of knives right now. The quality that you can get for $50 or less today with the improvement in blade steels and hardware and just build quality is phenomenal. We're living in a great time to be knife guys, and there's so many good ones. Outstanding knife coming in at number 6, CJRB Riff. Number 5, this is one that you all know and love and have. It is the Savivi Elementum. This is just the basic liner lock flipper. All right, gorgeous grind on that blade right here. All right, nice neutral handle that I love. And while it is a smaller knife, I can still get a nice 4-finger grip on this knife. They offer this in tons of different upgrades and options. Fantastic knife. Some people would probably have this ranked number 1, but there's so many great knives. I've got the Savivi Elementum as my number 5 best all-time budget knife. Coming in at number 4, Ray Laconico design that does not get enough love in my opinion, and that is the CJRB Echo. This is one of the Knife Center exclusive ones with titanium bolsters, titanium clip. It's a front flipper. It's also got the pill-shaped thumb hole. I like to reverse flick it. This one has been overshadowed by the Pyrite a little bit, but I tell you what, I'm not sure that it necessarily should be overshadowed by the Pyrite. Don't sleep on the CJRB Echo. It is a phenomenal knife. Absolutely love this knife. You cannot go wrong with a CJRB Echo. So coming in at number 4 for me, CJRB Echo. Coming in at number 3 for me is the Megaron Moyarl. Okay, the Megaron Moyarl. It has a stone washed finish and a bit of a satin finish here. Neutral handle shape, nice big scalloped area with access to the liner lock. Miguron has been absolutely killing it with the Valona, the Pelora, and now the Moyarl. I love this knife so much. I have 3 of them, just like the Ekko. So coming in at number 3 for me, Megaron Moyarl. And for less than 50 bucks, you get a titanium clip on here. I mean, who does that? Miguron does that. That's who. Coming in at number 2 for me is the CJRB Pyrite. This is the alternate version with the sheep's foot Wharncliffe blade, all black, button lock. You guys know the original version came in a drop point. They've got the large version now. You can go to Artisan Cutlery and they've got the perfect Pyrite project. I have pre-ordered my CJRB Pyrite Aficionado in titanium with the blue inlay. That's how much I love this knife. I've got all 3 versions, and I have ordered one of the perfect Pyrite Aficionados. So coming in at number 2 for me is the Pyrite. So what can possibly be better than the Pyrite? This is everybody's number 1 budget knife currently. Well, I'll tell you what. The one that's coming in at number 1 for me was not released in 2023. It was released in 2022. Have you ever had one of those knives that it just seems like it was made for you, right? It fits your hand perfectly. Everything about it just seems like it was made for you. That's the number 1 budget knife for me. That's my boxer dog. Hello, puppy. It hasn't been knocked off its perch. Is the Savivi Praxis. This is a big boy. This comes in at over 8 inches. And I typically don't like to carry a knife that big. Around 7.5, 7 3/4 is kind of the sweet spot for me. But I tell you what, this knife carries like a smaller knife, and it absolutely fits my hand like a glove. It just makes contact with every part of my hand, no matter how I hold it. It's just almost like it was made for me. It's got a great big belly drop point blade. So, for me, the best budget knife for your money is still the Savivi Praxis. And I tell you what, it's close. It's close. The CJRB Pyrite is an amazing knife. The Megaron Moyaro is also an amazing knife. The CJRB Echo, right? You could make a case for any of these knives to be the best budget knife ever. But, like I said, for me, it is still the Savivi Praxis because it just absolutely fits my hand like a glove. There are my 10 best budget knives of all time. I will link all of these down below if you guys want to pick one up. Of course, that's up to you. It does help support the channel, and I certainly appreciate it. So, thanks for watching. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish. Class dismissed.